Hello, and thanks for joining me on this episode of Simply Saturday, where I get to show you a card that is fast and easy to make. My name is Julie, and this is Stamp with Julie Baum. I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up, and today I'm super excited to show you some brand new products that are just about to be available to you. I'm starting with Terrific Toadstools, which is a stamp set, and there is a coordinating punch. So you will definitely want to bundle these up and save 10% when you get the stamp set along with the punch. We are not using the punch today on our Fast and Easy card, but I wanted you to realize that it is available. Now, when I say available, I'm talking about January 7th. So it's just a little over a week away from today, the airing of today's video. And so I really want you to put it on your wish list and sit tight and watch this cute Fast and Easy card that we're going to make. I am starting with a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock. Now this piece is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, which is a very common size to start with a card base, but I've made 2 score lines, not just one. So I've got a score line at 4.25, which is at the half, and then I have another score line at 5.25. So we're actually going to seal this little area together and make a bookbinding style card today. So we're going to do that. I'm going to tell you about the other pieces that we're using on our card, but let me tell you about the paper. I already told you about the stamp set and punch. Those are available beginning January 7th. Now, the other thing that is coming up beginning on January 7th is our annual celebration. I wanted to reach and show you the front of this brochure. So celebration is coming up, and we are going to be able to earn products based on our purchases. And one of the things that you might want to earn is this gorgeous Toadstool, let's see, what are we calling it? Toadstool Gardens paper, which is super, super cute. I am not going to flip through all of these, but you're going to see some of the papers that we're using. The Toadstool Gardens paper is a free gift for a $60 purchase. You can select that packet of paper. Another thing that you might want to select as a free gift with a $60 purchase are these sequins. They're called purple adhesive back sequins, but as you can see, there are shades of purple that really go into pink and even this white color, and we're going to use those today. All right, back to our card building. I have a piece of that adorable designer series paper that is cut 3 inches by 5.25 inches. This piece is going to get glued onto my white piece, which is just slightly larger. All of the, I was thinking about 2 different cards. I'm not making that card right now. This is not going on here. This is for our inside panel. This is going to go on the front of the card. I will put all of the measurements below this video in that description box. All you have to do is click so that it opens, and then you can see all of the good information that I'm going to put for you down there. All right, let's get our designer series paper glued on since we've been talking about it. This is going to go onto this front panel of my folded card base. Like so. I'm just eyeballing it, moving it around a teeny bit to get it straight. Okay, I love the colors in this. We've got melon mambo, we have pumpkin pie, fresh freesia, granny apple green. I just love these colors. They're very pretty together. Okay, this next piece of designer series paper, which happens to be the back side of that first paper, this piece measures 3/4 inch by 5.25. And I'm going to use the green printed side, and it's going to go right here in this little channel that we created with our score lines. All right, there's our designer series papers. Now, if you've watched me make these bookbinding cards before, you'll notice that I did not already go ahead and seal this part. A lot of times that's the first step, is I would put my glue in there and go ahead and seal that closed. The reason that I didn't is we're going to tuck a little bit of ribbon in here. I know I'm getting a little bit fancier than a super simple card, but this doesn't take a lot of work or time. So let me show you how we're going to do that. So I had this leftover ribbon. It was available maybe a Christmas or two ago. It was called Snowflake Splendor. So the reason I picked it is it looks very whimsical to me. Let me put it against a colored paper. It's iridescent, and so it's basically white, kind of transparent, and it's very iridescent. I just thought it looked very whimsical and cute to go with this paper. So what I'm going to do with my piece of ribbon is we're going to do like a pretend wrap. I'm not going to wrap the ribbon all the way around it, which is going to save me some ribbon. I'm just going to wrap it onto the front here, and I'm going to secure it inside this part that's going to get hidden. So let's take some tear and tape. And I want 2 pretty small pieces, because what I'm going to do is stick this down on the inside right here. Let's make sure that I'm up high enough so you can see what's happening. Okay, so I'm going to take one of those pieces of tear and tape and just stick that right down to hold my ribbon in place. I'm going to really press that tear and tape down because I really want it to stay put. All right, then I've got this next piece ready to go. I'm going to pull the ribbon down nice and tight and straight, tuck that end inside, and secure it with a piece of tear and tape. Okay, so now you can see that both ends of the ribbon are secure there. So from this side, it gives the illusion that it goes all the way around, but you can see that we've saved about 5 inches of ribbon by not having it go all the way. Now, we do need to seal this portion of our card shut. So it's fine if you want to grab your liquid glue, and usually I do that part with the liquid glue. Since I've already got tear and tape started here, I'm going to go ahead and just stick with my tear and tape. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. All right, so I do want this portion of the card to stay stuck together and not to come apart. So I am going to go with a long piece and a second one. So I've got a lot of sticky going on this card, on this portion. All right, as I mentioned before, I'm going to press that down. I really want the adhesion to be really good. And then I'm going to remove the backing and seal up this little portion of the card. So I feel like that took a little bit of time, but mostly it was because I was talking you through it. If you're actually doing it, it's fast. Okay, let's seal that shut like so. There we go. Super cute. Okay, now on the inside, I'm going to put my white piece. This is the inside panel, and it's going to go here. We are going to do some stamping on it, so I'm not going to glue it until I've done my stamping. Then I've also got a die cut circle, and I also have this banner shape from Stylish Shapes. All right, I think all of these are from Stylish Shapes. So a white circle, a granny apple green circle, and a banner. All right, let's do our stamping, and then we'll come and put the rest of the card back together. So on the circle, I'm going to stamp some fast and easy little mushrooms. I am using gray granite. And then when we finish this card, I'll show you another one that is really similar, but just with a few color changes. All right, so I'm going to do the stems to my little toadstools in the gray granite. And I'm going to do one here. And then two of these little stubby ones. Look how cute these are. Super cute. Okay, now we're going to build our little toadstools or mushrooms. And you know what? After this video, I'm going to have to look that up and see what the difference is. I feel like we use the two words interchangeably. Okay, I'm done with my gray granite. Let's use pumpkin pie. And we're going to do two of the little caps. Do one up here. You just look through your stamp to line it up. It's quite easy. All right, and then I'm going to clean that stamp because we're going to use the same stamp and our melon mambo. Look at how adorable. Okay, there's our little stamped portion. Now we've got our mushrooms out, so let's put a couple of those on the inside paper. That's going to be the inside of the card. So I'm going to go back to my gray. And this time, let's do one straight from the ink pad. And let's do a second one without re-inking, so it's got a second generation, and it will be a lighter version of my gray. And then in this case, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my pink and do straight from the ink pad, and then without re-inking, do a second one. So I've got a light and a dark. Cute. Just that is so stinking cute. Okay. Now we have one more piece to stamp, and that's this. So I'm using a stamp from the set that says, "You are magical." I just think that's so sweet. I'm going to stick with my melon mambo and stamp towards the left of my little shape here. We'll put a sequin on the right side. That's why I left room. All right. Okay, let's put this together. This one is going to go on to the green circle. And then I think what we'll do is we'll use some dimensionals to put this onto the card front. And I have some somewhere right here. All right, often for this size circle, I just use 3 in kind of a little triangle shape. And I believe that will work well today. Okay, this is going to go in the bottom area of this panel, right about there. And let's add our words. I think I'll just put these on flat. Just grab your liquid glue and get that on there. Whoops. Cute. I really like the font of that word too. That looks great. Let's get the inside of the card in place. And then we've got 2 more things to wrap this up. I was stuck to it for a second. Okay, there we go. So we've got the inside, the front. Now what I'm going to do is take a little bit more of that Snowflake Splendor ribbon, and I'm going to tie a very simple bow. Let's see if I can do it in one try. This is one of those ribbons. I like it because it's 1/4 of an inch wide, so it's not too large. And it's, I don't want to say stiff, but it's got structure to it. So it really stays. Like when you get your little loops there. And there's something, there's a fuzz or something in my ribbon. Let's see if I can get it out. Oh, I almost got it. There we go. All right, so I've got my loops and my tails. Like I said, I guess you could call it stiff, but I just feel like it's structured. Okay. I'm going to trim those ends, and then all we're going to do is, using a glue dot, I'm going to attach this, and we end up, where are you, Dot? We end up with, again, the illusion that the ribbon went all the way around the card, which it doesn't, and that we brought the ribbon up and tied a bow, which we didn't. Our bow is a completely separate piece. All right, I stuck 2 little glue dots on the back of this bow, and then watch, we're just gonna put it right here, kind of next to this. I feel like it all anchors each other down. It looks good. Okay, there's our bow, there's that, and now I want to show you those sequins, so let's add a couple of those. And today I'm in the mood to use these white ones. So we'll use a large one. Here, let's clear out some of this ink so we don't end up sticking our card or our fingers in it. Then I'm going to take your pick tool, pick up a large white sequin. It's kind of same thing, iridescent, pearly looking, and just add it here for that little bit of shimmer. And I'll take another large one, and let's put it here. 1, 2, and then let's put one here, but I'm going to use a small one. I want it to be subtle. Just right there. These are really beautiful. I'm going to have to order some more things so that I can get these for free again. All right, let's take a look at our completed card. You are magical. This little element is popped up. We've got a little bit of stamping on the inside, which looks super cute. And now let me show you the second one that I made that is almost identical. I just changed the color of the circle. So this time I used fresh freesia, and because I didn't use green, I did green stems. And then you can see the pink sequins here, and we used the white ones on this card, and then I've got my little mushrooms stamped on the inside of that. Just super cute. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial today. I would love to hear from you, so please do leave your comments. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm very, very happy to help, and I will put a lot of helpful information for you below this video in the description box. You can open that up, find what you need, click on links if necessary, and that will get you on your way. Until next time, happy stamping.